I would say a lot of that comes down to cowardice. I mean, people aren't taught how to defend themselves. People aren't taught how to be a man because it's not possible to have male role models in their life. A lot of times you have to look at the older man who wasn't raised by a man himself, and he doesn't know how to be a man, so you never learn how to be a man. So.
And that's what a lot of it comes down to. I mean, like, we have so many kids, and I'm not gonna make it seem like it's always like, you know, single parent mother. I definitely give a round of applause to those, but it's also single parent fathers who have daughters or sons that need a mother in their life. It just so happens that most of us are more familiar with the father being absent, but a lot of the times you take after manhood. Like, most people can say, like, we're on college. If we're taking an examination, a final, midterm, anything like that, I need an example. Can somebody please stand up? Like, I just need help with something real quick. Can anybody stand up? All right. If you're taking a final exam, what course?
Communications.
Communications, is that a hard class? What's the hardest class you have?
French.
French? All right, clean and clear. Say for instance that on this French exam, it's all multiple choice, and you know you want an A, but you don't know how to get it. Say for instance that I hand you all of the wrong answers to that French test. What grade are you going to get?
An F.
An F? I hand you all the wrong answers and you're going to get an F. Why do you say that?
Because I was going to get what?
You're going to cheat and use the
Yeah.
Huh?
What?
I hand you all the wrong answers.
You give me the answer.
You going to get an F? Huh?
Yeah. It depends on if I read the
If I can
questions.
guarantee that all of these answers are wrong, what grade are you going to get?
I'm not gonna read the paper then.
If I give you a paper,
You're going to get an A. You're going to get an A.
you're
She's going to tell you everyone that's wrong.
Okay.
So you're going to pass it right.
What grade are you going to get?
An A.
An A?
Am I getting an A?
Why?
She's still on the whole
If you give me the answer.
You're telling her which ones are all wrong. So she's going to pick the right one.
Exactly. Most people will argue that by giving somebody the wrong answers, where we say, you know, well, we didn't have, you know, a father to grow up. I know me personally, I didn't have a father in my household. But I learned how to be a man by being given the wrong answers. I knew that my father wasn't there. So part of manhood to me was being there for your family. I knew that my father didn't look out. So part of being a man was looking out for my family. I feel like I was given the wrong answers, and by that given, I was able to get an A on the examination the way I was sitting. Most people feel like, you know what, I had the absence of, so there's no way for me to do. So a lot of it does come from the fact where, you know, there are people that's absent in situations, but not everybody thinks like that. This young lady, when I first told her I gave her all the wrong answers, her response is that I'm going to get an F. Most people don't know how to take the tools in which they're given and still turn it into a positive, and those are some of the lessons in which we're missing in life today. All right, quick question. I just wanted to, like once again, I want to try to get everybody involved. I think it's a real good issue, especially a very good question. Females, how many, how many situations have you been in where you've been romantically involved with an individual only to find out that all he wanted from you wasn't necessarily what was in your head? Show of hands. Now I'm saying, who's ever been in a relationship romantically where they found out later on that what the guy wanted was not what was on her mind, what was not her dream? Alright. Good enough, show of hands. Alright, so my males out there, how many people have been involved with a female who realized over time that what they were actually looking for was the guys that were, you know, more thug or more in the sense of I'm more violent or I fight more, anything of that nature? We gotta do something to show hands of that. What I would argue in the sense is that a lot of these stereotypes and mentality come from hip hop, where I see girls, a girl came up to me the other day and said, oh, I saw that you did something with Common, you know, he's so fine, he's so da-da-da-da-da, like, I like bald-headed guys now. So now with her mentality is saying, I like a bald-headed guy. We just saw 50 Cent. 50 Cent went to prison, muscle, everything, 200 pounds of straight muscle. More girls see him and idolize him and say, you know, I want a guy that's muscular. So it changed our perception of what we even like. Most men, we see a girl that has what most people would call a physically fit body, whether it be the size of their glutes above average or whether it be the size of their chest above average, and we decide, you know what, that's what I want in a female. So I think that when you ask the question, you know, whether or not we're influenced by hip-hop, I would think it has a huge deal of our perception because we don't even know what we actually like. We're not sure what type of woman we want. We're not sure what type of man we want, but we're basically told what to like. Not only through hip-hop, I'm going to say, but we got to give that to the media as well because the media depicts what we feel is socially accepted as beautiful.
If Masculine bodies.
Yeah, like I said, like a lot of it is, it's all subjective. It's all about the way that you truly perceive it. What you like, most people might take from something like, most people might see a video of an intellectual rapper and say, you know what I want is an intellectual man. Or most people might see, you know, a rapper that conducts himself in a conversation. One rapper that I know personally is Drake. He's a big artist out right now. I seen Drake do an interview, and personally, Drake, regardless of what you say, Drake conducts himself in a very articulate manner. I saw Lil Wayne just got out of Rikers Island Penitentiary. He did an interview, and most people were like, oh, I didn't even know that was Lil Wayne that I heard, because he sounded so different. He sounded smarter than he normally is. You know what I'm saying? What I would say is that I'd rather more people say, you know, I want a guy that talks more articulately than say, you know, I want a guy that's gang-related, gang-affiliated, things of that nature. But it really is all about the way that you take out of it. Most people might take, you know, they know how to conduct themselves professionally. I see them wearing suits and ties, Rosewood, all of that, you know what I'm saying? Most people might say, you know, I see a guy with baggy jeans, I want a guy with baggy jeans. It really is all what you pull out of it. But a lot of it that we got to understand is that we're viewed these images through hip-hop and media. I go by the name